In this tutorial, students, we are going to learn about genetic disorders. So as you can see here, genetic disorders are grouped into two categories: Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. So first, let's take a look at Mendelian disorders. Mendelian disorders are characterized by alteration or mutation in a single gene. This is to be remembered. They are characterized by alteration or mutation in a single gene. Secondly, they obey the principles of Mendelian patterns of inheritance, and they can be traced in family tree by pedigree analysis. So these 3 points to be remembered about Mendelian disorders, that is that they are determined by alteration in single gene. Second is they follow Mendelian patterns of inheritance, and you can trace them in pedigree analysis. Examples given in your book uh, are hemophilia, which we are going to study in detail, color blindness, also we're going to study, sickle cell anemia, we're going to study, cystic fibrosis, as just mentioned, phenylketonuria, thalassemia. These two also we're going to study in the upcoming tutorials. Okay, another thing to remember is that Mendelian disorders could be because of dominant or recessive genes, and this can be traced in pedigree studies. Example of a recessive gene that is linked to the sex chromosome is hemophilia. So the sex chromosome that we're talking about is the X chromosome, so we call it as a sex linked recessive trait. So hemophilia we say is a sex linked recessive trait because it is linked to the X chromosome, which we all know is a sex chromosome. And hemophilia, if we will see this in detail, is transmitted from a carrier female mostly to the male progeny. That means a mother will pass on this trait to sons. So sons tend to get more affected by hemophilia more than daughters. So we'll see why this is the case. Okay, so the things to be noted about hemophilia. So first thing, again, repetition here, it is a sex-linked recessive disease and it is located on the X chromosome. So in other words, what we're saying is that this recessive gene that causes hemophilia is found on the X chromosome only. A thing to be kept in mind is women have two X chromosomes, men have only a single X chromosome. So if that recessive gene happens to be on that X chromosome, the man or the male individual will be hemophilic. But the daughter, if she has just one X carrying the recessive gene, the other X can hide or mask the effect of this gene because the other X will have a dominant gene. Okay, so this is to be kept in mind. Now, why does hemophilia, or what happens during hemophilia? So in hemophilia or a hemophilic individual, there is continuous bleeding of even a simple cut. So this is because one of the proteins from a cascade of proteins that are involved in clotting is not being synthesized effectively or is not being synthesized at all. So people who have hemophilia, even if by chance they get a simple small cut, okay, they can bleed to death. So people suffering from hemophilia, you got to understand they don't have long lives because a simple cut can result in them dying of internal bleeding or just bleeding to death. Okay, now another thing to remember is that it transmits from a carrier female to the male progeny. This is a very important point, and we will see it in the crosses. Okay, so what we're saying is that if the female is a carrier, and I've told you already before, the female will be carrier if on one of the X chromosomes you have the recessive gene, she can transmit it to the sons. But the chances of a female or a daughter being hemophilic is very rare. So what we're saying here is that a carrier female can transmit the disorder to a male, But for a daughter to be hemophilic is very rare, and it can only occur if the mother is a carrier and the father is hemophilic. So let's take a look at what we are saying here. It will become very clear when we do the crosses. So here you can see that you have a father, he is hemophilic. Now to remember here is I said that the chances of a person having a long life and actually reaching the age of reproduction is very rare. Okay, so for a person, a father to be hemophilic and to bear children is very rare, because men will not live that long if they are hemophilic. They usually die young. But suppose by chance you have a hemophilic man, okay, and a normal mother. So here you can see the mother's doesn't have the recessive gene at all. The father is hemophilic because on the X chromosome the recessive gene is there. So what are the chances of the offsprings here? So the son born to this couple will definitely be normal, because you're taking a Y from the hemophilic father and an X from the normal mother. So here you don't have any recessive gene. Whereas the daughter, there could uh, definitely will be a carrier. Now, what's the difference between a carrier and a hemophilic daughter? The hemophilic daughter shows the disease. A carrier daughter will not show the disease but will have the recessive gene hidden. Why is this recessive gene hidden? Because this X is hiding the effect of this X which has the recessive gene, because there's a dominant gene here. Okay, so this is a carrier daughter. Now let's take another cross. Suppose you have a carrier mother and a normal father. Now this case can take place. Okay, these are this the chance of this kind of a cross or a mating taking place is very high, and this has happened in the case of Queen Victoria's family. So Queen Victoria was a carrier mother, okay, and her offspring did show male progeny who were hemophilic. So this that's why we are making the statement that a carrier mother will transmit the disorder to the male progeny. But you can see that it's not that all the male progeny of this couple are doomed to die, because here you can see that if this X and this Y combine, then you can get a normal non-hemophilic male. But by chance, if this X and this Y combines, you get a hemophilic male, and this person cannot survive for long. Now let's look at the third situation, where I said that if a female has to develop hemophilia, she has to have a hemophilic father and a carrier mother. And as I told you, this combination is not possible because fathers will not live to the age of reproduction. Males will not live to become fathers, they die young. Okay, so only if this scenario is present, then can you have a hemophilic daughter. That means you get an X from here and you get an X carrying the recessive allele from here. Okay, and you here you can see you can also have a hemophilic son, because you're having X from the carrier mother and Y coming from the father. So one recessive allele is enough, so this male will be hemophilic. Whereas you can see the other offsprings, this couple could also bear normal offspring, male, and a carrier female. Okay, but please remember again that such a mating or such a relation is not possible, because fathers or boys do not live to reproduce. Okay, a hemophilic person, whether it's a boy or a girl, will die young.